Hello to all my lovely subscribers. I thought I would start these videos with this monthly video with an introduction. I have been thinking, and I would like to also add something else, another layer to my YouTube channel. So I will still do my monthly readings. That goes without saying. My philosophy behind what I'm doing is that I hopefully am empowering each and every one of you on your journey to trust in yourselves, to follow your intuition, to follow what you feel is the right thing for you. I am all about empowering rather than being reliant on me, tarot readers, mediums, to make those choices and decisions for you. As you know, Spirit, your guides do not make decisions for you. The choices and decisions are yours, but they will certainly help you on your journey. They will help you along the way. What I was thinking of adding as an extra layer to my channel is I get a lot of inquiries, questions about reading the tarot, about connecting with the tarot. And so I thought that I would add lessons, I guess, classes for whoever is interested in using the tarot for themselves, learning how to connect with the tarot. A lot of tarot readers have got very different ideas about how you use a tarot. I have an interesting way of using a tarot is I use the visuals, but primarily I listen to what messages I'm being given by my guides, by the energies that I'm feeling and sensing for this particular month. The tarot certainly adds added information as well. So it's really about unpacking individual tarot decks that I have each channel, how to unpack a tarot deck, how to connect, how to build the energy in a tarot deck, how to read a tarot deck, different layouts that you can use when using your tarot, different ways of using a tarot, and the different messages, different things that they can mean in different layouts. So that's what I was thinking, but I would also really like to have your input. I was also thinking of having some live sessions where you can be an active part of that session as well and ask any questions that you may have. And I don't mean by that personal questions, I mean questions where the group can benefit, questions that are going to benefit a lot of people. So I wouldn't be answering, what choice do I need, what decision do I need to make, should I buy this, should I not buy this, should I move, should I not move. It's not a private reading session. It is a session of answering questions that you may have on your spiritual journey, on your growth, on your moving forward, generally just questions that you have. So I'm also thinking of doing that. If you have any other suggestions, any other ideas, then please leave them in the comment section below. If you're interested in this, I will do it if the demand is there, if there is an interest there. So if you are interested in that sort of thing, leave it in the comments section. Are you interested? What are you interested in? What sort of things would you like to see from that session with me? And anything else that you might like, questions that you might want me to answer. You might have different thoughts and different ideas. So it's about the input. And I read all the comments. I will make notes from those comments. And when there's enough people that want a particular topic or a particular thing explained, that's what I will do. So your input and your exchange is going to really be a part of how we structure this and how we move forward with it. I'm really excited about that because my philosophy, as I said, is about empowering you on your journey. That's what I really want to do. help everyone move on and be able to do this for themselves. You know, feel strong about trusting yourself. So that's what I thought I would do. Another thing I thought I'd do, I get a lot of questions about this screen that I've got behind me, and all you ever see is the bottom part of the screen. And so I thought I would show you the top part of the screen. So here goes. Here goes. Here are my beautiful cranes. They're just gorgeous, aren't they? They're just beautiful. It's quite a big screen, a lot of sections to it. And then you've got their beautiful legs. There you go. So you can see the full scope of my screen. That is my beautiful backdrop. So, okay. So let's connect with this exchange. Let's get moving with this next layer to my YouTube channel. Look forward to hearing your comments and suggestions as well. Hello, my lovely Leos. Welcome to your July 2019 reading. I hope this month finds you well. What a month you had last month, with all your aces, all your new beginnings, all your excitement coming to you. I hope it resonated with you and it brought you all the wonders that reading held. This is a general reading for you, my lovely Leos. It's for Leo's sun, rising and moon sign. Listen to your rising sign and moon sign as well. That gives you more depth to your reading. It sometimes resonates more for you. Some months that will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. So have a listen to that. I also had a special introduction this month to my videos, so make sure you have a listen to that. It's a new expansion I'm having to my videos. It's another layer I'm adding, but it's a layer that I'm adding with your input. So have a listen and be part of what's coming next, as well as my monthlies. I will still always do my monthlies because I do love doing that for you. If you would like to book a private reading with me, follow the link below to my website and you can book a personal reading there that is going to be specific to you. So have a listen to that as well. Let's get started with your wonderful reading. When I was meditating on this wonderful, strong Leo energy as a collective for your reading, I really got the word clarity. Clarity here is what this month's going to hold for you. Clarity of many things, different things for each of you, but clarity in what's coming for you, where you're headed and what you're doing next, how you're sorting things out. So clarity is going to be the key word for you in July. It's also about my throat chakras tightening up, which tells me it's about you really speaking about clarifying to yourself what you're wanting, what's going to work for you, what's holding you back, what do you need to release, what do you want to do moving forward. What do you need to put in place? I want to say, what do you need to put in place to achieve your dreams and your goals? So let's have a look at what the cards say for you. I'm going to start with your recent past. So what's gone on? We know that last month was a really good month for you, my lovely Leos, and I think this month is going to follow suit. It's just going to continue. But the first card I've got here is the Seven of Swords. And that speaks to me of trust, honesty. It's about you looking at, and I get a sense of last month and all your aces brought this here now. All those new beginnings and the way you felt, the way you were looking at things, the new beginnings you were achieving, it's caused you to really look at what's going on in your life. What are people taking from you energetically, financially, that is not coming back to you? So who do you have attached to you? Who did you have attached to you that you realized wasn't good for you? There wasn't a level of trust and honesty with that person, with that collective, with that group of people. Who was that for you? It was a time of real review. It was a time of real review. You know, if you look at the swan, is looking at this person here in the mask with one eye, really scrutinizing. What are you scrutinizing? What are you looking at? What are you assessing? What is it that you're going to take forward with you? What are you going to leave behind? So there's a real time of looking at things in reality, taking people's masks off, so that if there's anyone that is hypocritical, that isn't honest, that isn't clear, you're seeing through that. And for some of you, that's already started to unfold. It started in June, in May, in June. May started it. June was certainly had a huge impact on this, and it's going to continue through the beginning of July for some of you as well. Really looking at things with a different perspective, and that's always a really good thing. Because as we get to July, you've got the Strength card. Leo, this is your card. This is you. The Strength card. Traditionally, it's Leo the lion, and it's, you know, and there it is. There's the lion. That's you, and it's the sun, and it's about tapping into that inner strength that is yours, that is your birthright, that is who you are and how you function, how you operate, taking control, harnessing that energy of yours. You're going to really feel like anything's possible, that you're moving forward with this real strength, this real determination of not being swayed from your path. You've come to this realization, you've had all these opportunities open up to you, that has caused triggers, if you like, that have caused you to look at things in a very different way, in a real way for you. What's going to work for you? What do you want? I really like that. That is so positive, and that's going to come through in that first week of July even stronger for you, even stronger. You've also got the Page of Pentacles. These are beautiful, beautiful cards. The Page of Pentacles here, and you've got here the owl sitting on the branch. The owl is the bringer of wisdom, the connector of the spirit realm to the physical realm. It brings knowledge, it brings information, it brings messages between the worlds. And so you're going to get signs, you're going to get synchronicities happen, you're going to get guidance in whatever it is you're planning in moving forward. The pages of any suit are always about planning. They're not about, the knights are about taking action. The pages are more planning, thinking. Where are you moving on a financial level, on a career-based level, on an improvement of lifestyle level? What are you planning? What are you thinking about? It's about planning all of this. It's about planning. Be observant of your dreams. What messages are coming to you? What synchronicities are happening around you? What seemingly seems to be falling apart around you? Or what have you become aware of? You know, where the mask has fallen off, as we see here. The mask has fallen off situations or people around you, and you're able to see through that. You're able to see beyond the facade that is being presented, looking at something realistically, which is causing you to plan what changes you want to bring. And the universe is there behind you. Universe, source, God, whatever you want to call it, is behind you, bringing you the synchronicities and the messages that you're seeking. So be aware in the first week of July, because there's help there for you. There's help there for you. Some of you are going to find that quite overwhelming, as this card indicates. The Ten of Swords. No, sorry, the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords here. This is an indication of, some of you are going to find this, oh wow, there's just so much going on, there's so much to review, there's so much to do, and you're going to feel stuck. You're going to feel trapped, but a lot of that is your own doing. The more you struggle with this, the more resistance you have, the more you're going to get entangled, the more you're going to be unable to come out of that position of I'm unable to make a decision. And sometimes we're unable to make a decision because of emotions, the emotional connection we have to someone or a place or a work job. What attachments do you have? Sometimes that makes it difficult to make decisions that are good for you, because of course we do consider the ones we love. You might have a job and you think, well, it pays well. I don't like it, but it pays well. And so there's this reluctance in moving forward so you're feeling this level of stuckness. And the more you resist that, the more you struggle to make those changes, the more trapped you're going to feel. You've got this little hummingbird here that's saying, be still, let it flow, let it just be still, and you'll work your way out of this situation. And the hummingbird is slowly working at pulling out the thorns, at breaking down the barriers, and it's saying to the swan, to you, be still, let it flow, go with the flow, let these barriers break down on their own, one by one. Let's work through this. And for you, it's about step by step. These changes that you've planned for here, it's about step by step. Not expecting a change all of a sudden and just, impulsively breaking everything down. It's how are we going to achieve this? Let's do this step by step. Let's bring these changes in step by step. Let's change what is around me, change my reality a little by little, particularly if it involves people that you love, particularly if it involves family or a partner, and you don't want to just throw a bucket of cold water all over them and say, right, these changes are happening. It's step by step. Bring them along with you on your journey, and be gentle, be kind, consider people that you love as well. And for some of you, the change is going to be actually pulling away from a situation, really pulling away from a situation, but even that is step by step, so that there's not that shock element, so there's not that hurt element of being stuck in the thorns. But just know that that's also situations that have been created by you and your thought patterns and your self-talk. And so let's have a look at that. What can you change within you that is going to make the external situation better? You also have been given the strength to do that coming into July, to really look at things, take the mask off situations that aren't working for you, so that you can put all those wonderful aces from June into action here. Get things moving. There's planning involved here as well. Because then you've got the King of Wands. And the King of Wands, with all of that foundation that you're working on, it manifests into your reality as the King of Wands. And the King of Wands can be also someone that is around you, male or female, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It could be you, sun, rising, moon sign. I feel like for some of you, this is someone that is around you, that is there to help you, that is brought in to ease you into a change. And they're really strong. But I feel like for most of you, this is you. This is how you're feeling. This is you being in control. You being able to make the choices and decisions and have them come about. Put them into action. You're used to, you're being listened to. There's people there that will help you, that will want to know what you want to do and how can they help you with all of that. That's there for you as well. So the King of Wands is quite a strong figure, quite optimistic, can see plans that have been put into place and follow them through to the end to bring the best result, because that's what they're used to. There's a real confidence that comes with the King of Wands, but it's also pursuing your passion. It's pursuing your life's purpose. Wands are about enthusiasm, creativity, your life's purpose, your life's journey. What is it that brings you joy? What is it that you want to do? What do you want to achieve? That's all there for you. It's all going to come in for you. So this planning and putting things into place is going to start coming about second week, third week of July. It's all going to start to come about for you. I just feel like there's this real flow happening. It's just feeling really good around you. Absolutely so good around you, because then that leads to, funnily enough, the Queen of Wands. You've got the King and the Queen of Wands, and this again is male or female, and it is Aries, Leo or Sagittarius, but I feel like it's you really. The Queen of Wands, unlike the King, who is authoritarian and controlling and determined and pragmatic, the Queen of Wands taps into your passion, the fire in your belly, the creativity, the appreciation of nature and of beauty, and the Queen is more nurturing and sensitive. So you do calm it down. You do calm it down, and you do find that peace in pursuing your path, because you can see the outcome. You know what goals you want to achieve. So whatever it is you want to put in place, change of location, a new job, a new business, an expansion of your business, whatever it is that you're wanting to achieve here with work or home, it's very achievable, because you've got both the masculine and feminine energy, and it's about bringing them into alignment. It's about finding the balance, because when this comes up, it's also about yin and yang. It's about that harmony and that balance, which is what you find, which is going to make moving forward really successful. So my lovely Leos, what is it that you're planning? What is it that you're wanting to do? What is it that you're wanting to bring forward? What changes are you making? What are you creating? This is about creating your world, your harmony, and your peace. So what do we need to look at to bring that in, to create that? What in you do you need to look at and really harmonize and identify in moving forward? It's an absolutely beautiful reading. So let's see what's coming up as July moves on. So Leo, as we move on, you've got so many wands here. This is the Ace of Wands, as if you haven't had enough aces. Here's some more for you. And this is, the aces is about your life's purpose, your journey, your creativity. What brings you joy? What's your enthusiasm and your passion? If you're in a job that you don't, doesn't bring you that joy, it doesn't mean throwing that out and leaving that job. It's about finding something that you do to complement that, some hobby, some interest that you have that you can tap into, that can be your life's purpose and your life's journey. How often do we find something that we're passionate about and we start doing that for a living, and we decide, well, that's really, I don't like it anymore because I have to do it. And the joy is doing something because you enjoy doing it, not out of necessity. That's what keeps the passion going. But there is, with the Ace of Wands, this new opportunity here, this new beginning coming for you. Something new that you're going to explore. I want to say to you as well, my lovely Leos, that what are you wanting to study? What skills are you wanting to continue to develop, to hone in on, to expand your knowledge on it? There's new learning coming up here for you. New skills that you're acquiring. Is it for a promotion for some of you, where you're learning something new, building on knowledge you already have? This is an exciting time for you, because in July you're going to find something that really really puts that fire in your belly, something really creative, something really passionate. Creativity is an interesting thing. It's not just artwork and pottery and, you know, sculpting. Creativity has many, many, many different outlets. It's creativity, being creative in your teaching, being creative in your work, coming up with a new way of looking at things, thinking outside the square, cooking and creating beautiful meals and dishes is creative. It has so many different ways of expressing itself. And this is something I feel that you're going to be exploring in July. I really like, and it does bring you a lot of joy and a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of energy as well in July. You're going to feel really energized in July. And then the next card you have, oh my goodness, another king. So, you know, last month it was all about aces. This month it's all about the major arcana. It's about the kings and the queens, not the major arcana, but the kings and the queens, royalty, you know, and a few aces thrown in the mix just because. So the King of Pentacles here is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, male or female. This is someone that's going to come in around you that is really going to help you hone into what you want to do. Whether it's someone you come across and have a conversation with and you think, oh wow, that sounds really interesting, I might try my hand at that. Or someone that you know already and admire and are making changes. I feel like for some of you, this person is someone that is changing location or improving their lives in some way, their lifestyle in some way. They're bringing in changes that are really exciting, and you look at that and you really want to have, I'll have some of that, I'll have what they're having. So, you know, it's male or female, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and it can also be the sun, rising, or moon sign, but it's someone that is quite solid, is quite reliable, quite earthed, but because, you know, the trunk is very solid and they're part of that trunk, the roots go deep into old knowledge, you know, anchoring them into the Mother Earth. But the canopy is branches and it's leaves and it's movable and it's creative. And it allows the wind of change to move around, even though their main essence is solid. So this person is really quite interesting. They do bring in this different way of looking at things for you, this change in perspective. And so you do well to really be aware of that. This is part of the universe bringing in this knowledge for you, this change, this information, which we had here, you know, with the Page of Pentacles, with the owl bringing in information and knowledge. It comes in many different forms and from many different places. And so it might be someone that you observe and think, wow, that sounds really good. I want to try that. That's what's going to give you strength. That's what's going to give you this passion to make changes. I really like that. For some of you, this is you. This is you feeling really anchored and really strong about the changes you're bringing in, about the new you that you're discovering. It's really what I want to say to you and what I'm hearing from my guides. It's really about, my lovely Leos, shedding that outer skin for you this month. Last month was an introduction to it. It was whetting your you know, palate and just getting you used to, whetting your appetite and getting you used to these new changes. This month it's really about pulling that away, pulling that outer shell away and really emerging as this new you, this you. It's not even a new you, it's a you that you've kept inside you through necessity. You've had responsibilities, you have responsibilities, you've got to work, you've got family, you've got people you're looking after, people that rely on you, and so you've built this exterior of you know, what you need to do. But that exterior shell is starting to come away, and you've got this vulnerable, soft inner being coming out, and it's about then looking at and discovering what it is you're wanting to move to. What do you want to do? Who are you? You can still live up to your responsibilities and honor the self. And that's what's being asked of you this month. That's come from my guides rather than the tarot. So that's a really interesting thing for you. So with these changes coming in, it's not about panicking about the changes that are coming in. It's about temperance. It's about balancing yourself. It's about being in harmony with yourself. It's about being in peace, at peace with where you're at and what you're achieving and what you're doing. So it's about really balancing every element, every aspect of your life. Find that balance. Family and work and friends and social activities and hobbies and, all these different components that make up you. Have it balance. And in that balance, you're going to find that inner peace, and you're going to be able to just go with the flow rather than fighting it, creating resistance. We don't want resistance. We want balance. We want harmony. We want peace. We want understanding that you're exactly where you need to be, and the changes that you're needing to acknowledge are just going to come to you through people around you, through opportunities, through reading something in the newspaper, in a magazine, lots of different ways, seeing something on television, seeing an ad on the side of a bus. It's going to come to each of you in a very different way. So it's really important that you become aware in July of the changes that are coming in. And for some of you, I'm hearing for some of you, those changes are going to be really subtle, and it's as if people around you are really not going to notice the subtle changes that are going on within you. For some of you, they're going to be more dramatic, and they are actually going to permeate out into your reality, and people are going to notice the change. I want to say for some of you, there's a new haircut, new hairstyle, change colour, a different, you're reinventing yourself. This is what I want to say is coming for you, because that's the external changes that are going to lead to internal changes, changes in perception, changes in how you're doing things. And your final card is the Four of Pentacles. And that's an interesting card. It's about having this abundance. And abundance is finances, but it's also health, happiness, work, prosperity, family. It's all love. It's all of those things. And as you start to bring those things into your reality, or show appreciation and gratitude for them already being there, you're going to become more protective of them. So, this is all being stored in this protective shell here, and it's about being protective of how far you've come, being protective of the changes that you've made. And what I want to say to you, for some of you, you're not going to talk about these changes. They're just things that you're working on. You might join a group of self-improvement, meditation, and you're keeping those cards close to your chest, because that's the new learning that's coming up around you. New learning about the self, new learning about you and your potential and where you want to go, where you're moving to. And even, those people that are retiring, it's about those changes as well. How do you want to reinvent yourself in that stage of your life? And what do you want to bring to you? What hobbies have you always wanted to do? So it includes everyone, really. So you're going to really find that you're going to be very protective of those things. Keep them really close to your chest. Keep those cards really close to your chest, and not really talk about them too much and put them out until you're ready to do that. And I think that readiness is going to happen towards the end of August and September, when you're going to say to people, well, here's the changes I want to make. Is a relocation, redecorating a house, new job, getting married, having children. There's so many layers to changes that can come in that are going to really cause you to look at yourself and who you are, and find that inner strength, which is certainly there. Absolutely certainly there. I'm now going to draw a card for you from the Dreams of Gaia. I love this deck. It's the most beautiful deck. I'll show you the box. The Dreams of Gaia Tarot. They're so beautiful. They're not modelled on the Rider-Waite Tarot. This has got an energy all its own. It's very different deck, I'm going to pull out a card which can summarize for you what the general energy for July is for you, my lovely, lovely Leos. So it's really exciting times for you. Let's have a look at what's coming up. What words of wisdom does Gaia have for you? Oh, there we go. So let's have a look. There it is. Okay, so this is knowledge. It's 9 of Pentacles or Earth. So you've got this triangle at the bottom with the line through it, and that's the Pentacles or Earth suit. Okay, and so this is knowledge. This is knowledge. And she speaks of new knowledge, new skills, new information coming to you, a review of the knowledge you have, building on the knowledge you have, building on past experiences that you've had. What have you learned in the past that's coming up for you now in the future for you to learn and to assess? It's also about finding that balance between responsibility for others and responsibility for yourself. This is what this also is speaking of. It's about this balance, which is what's being spoken of with your Temperance card. It's about letting go of responsibilities that people are expecting of you, burdens that other people are putting on you, and it's you giving out all the time rather than it getting anything back to replenish you. It's about finding that peace and tranquility and being grounded with it all. But there is well, for some of you it's new study. For some of you it's new learning, and learning can be learning a hobby, learning an interest, learning meditation, learning about yourself, self-improvement. This is new knowledge as well, but it's if you're changing jobs or going for a promotion, there's new knowledge. And so July is also going to be about that. It's going to be about new learning for you, and it's going to be different for each of you. And that brings on a very exciting time for you. It's done in peace and in harmony and in groundedness. I really like that. So I hope, my lovely Leos, that this reading resonates for you. Also listen to your rising sign and moon sign. Some months they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. But if you would like to have a personal reading that's specific to you, then follow the link below to my website and you can book a reading from there. And I would love to connect with you. So many, many blessings to you, my lovely Leos. And I hope this resonates for you. I will see you next month.